I think it's a lot of good stuff. I'd like to give each of you kind of as a closing question a chance to look into your crystal ball and say, where is file acceleration headed in the next, say, 3 to 5 years? If we have this conversation 5 years from now, what sort of things will we be talking about? And I would answer the question again. I'll go back to that IT manager who has to manage the solution. What should he or she be thinking about as we're going forward? Cedric, what do you see in the years ahead for file acceleration?
Well, I see IT manager having the need for embracing that and looking at solutions that fits their needs in terms of security. We say that compliance with the regulation, making sure that they keep the control of the data they are allowing to be transferred, but also provide the right capability, the right tools that simplify the way people exchange information. And that could be file, that could be video, anything that they need to exchange.
Mm-hmm. Jim, 5 years from now, file acceleration, what are we going to be talking about?
Well, when you look at the trends of what's going on out there with this Internet of Things, right, much more machine-produced data is gobbling up bandwidth very rapidly. Everything from surveillance cameras to, computer chip in somebody's pacemaker, keeping track of their heart.
My refrigerator is chewing up a lot of data. I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. The microwave phoning home to find out how I cook this stuff.
Right.
Just read a barcode off the package. That stuff is real, and so continued technology needs to be driven against that, and it's going to involve more than 40 gig Ethernet and faster and faster gadgetry. It's going to involve all kinds of things like smart object storage and good local delivery systems and all of the technology. And the good thing is you got a lot of smart people working in this area, and so I think we'll keep up with it. But probably the issues are going to be about the same. And don't forget security and availability.
Mm-hmm. It's like perennial questions.
Yep.
Carl, the future of file transfer and file collaboration across the globe, where are we going to be in the years ahead?
So Cedric I'll build on his point. So don't fight the end users. They're going to want to do this. And so don't encourage them or don't give them a reason to go to some tool that's not endorsed by the enterprise IT. Support them, enable them, find a vendor that is going to evolve or meet your needs today but has the ability to evolve with you over time. And I think that's key.
You're saying have the enterprise make sure it's installed its own product that really works as opposed to forcing people into a rogue IT situation?
Right, because they will do it. I mean, most enterprises today, they've got engineers who've gone to a cloud provider and are expensing the CPU or the processing on their expense report, and enterprise IT doesn't realize that this is happening.
Right. No, I've heard of companies that have like 20 different cloud instances, only 3 of which are actually blessed by the enterprise, but the other 17 have been set up by various divisions.
Exactly. Yep.
Shirish, looking forward to the future of cloud, cloud transfer, file transfer. What do you say?
So, maybe about a decade ago, the real trend towards separating where data is managed and stored versus where it's consumed started happening. Okay, so people start getting comfortable with the idea that I'm going to have a data center or a cloud provider, and the data is going to be remote from me. Okay, so I think we believe that this trend is going to accelerate. It's going to keep happening. We do not believe that all this processing will ever get centralized. We believe that there will be a lot of processing on the endpoints, near the users, in the branch offices, on the sites. So what we see the future as is technologies such as ours, the caching technologies and all will become, they will grow. If not shrink, they will grow, they will become more robust. We'll see more infrastructure support. So right now we kind of have to force ourselves into the infrastructure to provide the caching services. But we believe the infrastructure itself will start providing the mechanisms, the tools, whether it's the private cloud providers, whether it's the folks like NetApp, who will we'll start seeing more and more integration of the services, WAN optimization, as well as the storage caching services we provide into the infrastructure component. So we really believe that's the trend, and that's what we would tell the IT guys to look out for. That people look out for how can you optimize your infrastructure by taking your data to a central site. For us, we don't care whether it's a private or public cloud, but it's some kind of centralization. How do you, in that environment, still allow the users to consume the data, to have use cases and workflows that are local to them? And that's really what we see accelerating and becoming a bigger and bigger trend into the future.
When you say built into the infrastructure, you mean built into a company's own local infrastructure? What infrastructure are you referring to?
The kinds of example is I see, maybe NetApp providing us a point where we can go for the caching services, or Amazon integrating something like a Citrix WAN scaler within their infrastructure as an endpoint for us to connect to. So what I'm saying is that we'll start seeing the providers themselves absorbing some of these technologies, or at least endpoints for these technologies. And that's what we believe, and we believe that's why, as I said, this forum is very appropriate because it represents the right technologies at all the ends, at the data center, on the conduit, which is the Citrix folks, and then us at the edge, providing the caching services.
Great. Well, I thank the four of you for your expertise. I will keep you posted. I'll be posting this soon, a recording of it, and we can all tweet it happily. So thank you very much for joining us.